Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doad and Mike Wasdala along with you. Now that Bill Harris is in the house, we're all set up here,
we're
Mike.
We're ready to rock. We're ready to go. Let's get this game started, Jeff.
Well, we've got 3-3 Standish Sterling and 4-2 Garber tonight. Two teams that in streaks have played like playoff teams. And then in streaks, they've known that they've needed to improve.
Yeah, we saw Standish Sterling the very first game of the year, Jeff. We had them against the Pinconning area Spartans. They looked good then, and they got 5 more games under their belt after that, and they're at 3-3. But you and I have watched this program for many, many years, so we know what those kids from Standish are all about. They'll be ready to play. They'll be physical, and they'll do some nice things.
The one thing that they have changed this year from other years is they've normally run to set up the pass. This year, I think Standish passes to set up their run because the strength of their team is the passing game.
Yeah, I think so, Jeff, and that's a little out of character for that team. We've watched them for so many years. They were just so dominant in the run, but they had good wide receivers. It was the run first, then the pass. Now it's pass and run. So they're, we talked to Coach Walter, Zach, and he said, they pass a lot. And I said, that's not like you. He says, well, I'm not the head coach anymore,
yes.
So it doesn't matter. They can do anything they want.
He's got the greatest gig in the world, the JV coach, and he's still here to help out. But then you go on the other side. I really think the turning point in the year for this Garber team was a close, hard-fought 20-12 win over Bridgeport, because Bridgeport hasn't won this year. I don't think Garber thought they needed to bring their A game, and I'm certain that week after that, Coach Quillard has drilled into their head it's time to bring your A game every time.
Well, in that Tri-Valley, Jeff, you got to come to play every game, and you can't take a night off. And if you do, you take that night off, you're going to get clipped. So, that might have been an eye-opener. They've had some tough games. They played very well again in those tough games. They're 4-2. A tough game tonight, but I have not seen Garber play. I watched the game that you and Mike Vincent did. I really like this football team.
Coach Quillard has as balanced a team this year as I have seen since he's been here. 3 quality wide receivers, has a great running back, and a quarterback that makes great decisions.
And you got that good balance right there, Jeff. You can run the football, you can throw the football, and we got to give some love to that offensive line. They're doing the detailed things, they're opening holes, they're giving their quarterback plenty of time to throw the football. When I watched them against Birch Run that you and Mike did, I was really impressed with their overall speed, their size, and just the way they get after people on defense.
Their DNs absolutely dictate the flow of the football game, and Garber is blessed with 2 really good ones, along with a lot of other people that swarm to the football.
Well, and they're very well coached too, by the way. So
Coach Peterson,
Coach Peterson does a great job with that defense, Jeff, and he's got some good kids, and they got good numbers, so they can give some kids some rest, bring some kids in, give that rest of the other players. I'm looking for a really, really good football game tonight. Mother Nature is kind of not cooperating right now, but hopefully she'll hold off with the big rains and we'll get a good game in, and it's homecoming again.
It is. It's probably our 5th homecoming game of the year that we've been blessed with, but it's all fun.
Yep.
And weather will be a factor in this game, because from the start of the game and through about 9:30 at night, there is a 100% chance of rain. Hopefully it's not heavy rain. I'm worried about my daughter Natalie melting.
Oh, yeah.
But if she can stay in one piece, it's going to be a great night. That about concludes our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show. Back in a moment with all the game action here on BCTV.
In the fight against cancer, you are never alone. The Covenant Cancer Care Center pledges to stand by you every step of the way. And standing with us now is MD Anderson Cancer Network, a program of MD Anderson Cancer Center, one of America's leading cancer care providers. This extraordinary affiliation gives families unprecedented access to world-renowned cancer treatment plans close to home. Together, we can fight cancer, hand in hand.
Good evening and welcome to week number 7. Jeff Doad and Mike Wasdala along with you. Natalie Doad on the camera as we're all set. The Standish Sterling Central Panthers will receive the opening kick. Schimmel set to kick, and he drops that thing down on the ground. And that is going to roll out of bounds. And it will go out of bounds somewhere around that 28-yard line. And we know what the trifecta is.
Ooh, take it at the 35. Let's play some football. That's what I'm saying.
I love it. Very well versed. When he gets done with his broadcasting career, he's going to become an official.
No. I see what happened to you when you became an official. I don't want that.
All right, the difference is you either get the ball at the 35 or at the spot that it goes out plus 5 yards if it goes out before the 35-yard line. So they'll take it at the 35-yard line. Offset eye. Motion coming to the near side of the field. They run a jet sweep to the near side of the field. Garber springing it out pretty good as the ball carrier on the play made a nice gain, and that's Ashton Walker.
Tackled by Christie, number 15 for the Garber Dukes, Jeff. He came a long ways across the field, but a nice gain on first down for the Panthers. They picked up 6, caught second down and 4.
Well, you want to look at going a long ways and then getting a finish. He certainly let him know that he was there. Again, second down and 4 yards to go. Again, out of the shotgun. Handoff going right up the middle, very close to that first down marker, and that is Thibault.
Number 32, Wayne Thibault on the carry.
As he picks up just enough to cause the first down of the ball game for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. A little different than what we had thought at the start, Mike, as they're coming out showing a little run.
Well, we thought they were going to come out throwing the ball, Jeff, but 2 runs and 10 yards in those 2 runs. Nice job by the Panthers. Van Sumeren in on the tackle for the Dukes on that last play. 1st and 10 for Standish right at their own 45.
Well, Marty Malcolm probably thought, this is how they're going to defend us early. Let's see if we can't make something happen. A 3rd straight run trying to come to the outside. A nice job of slipping away from the initial tackle on the play as Ben Davis got the initial hit.
Jennings, the ball carrier, Jeff, for Standish. And this looks like the old Standish back when we were up at WKJC. A lot of 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but another good gain for the Panthers. Call it 3, second down and 7 for the Panthers, just underway here in the first quarter.
Garber defense still trying to get a feel for what's going on. Another run right up the middle, and very stout defense that time by the interior line as Jennings gets the ball, and he may have picked up 2 hard yards. Van Sumeren was the first to hit him, but there were 4 or 5 there in a hurry to shut that play down. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go. 5 will get you 1 is what this head linesman is going to say to the referee, meaning if there's a 5-yard penalty, it's just past that 5-yard stick and it results in a first down.
Another teaching moment by the officiator up here in Bay County TV. We do it all up here, my friend.
Well, we try and educate and inform as well. Jennings, the ball carrier, and he is hit on the outside. And Swabart was there first. A lot of people there in a hurry for Garber.
I'll tell you what, good penetration by the Garber defensive line. Also in there, number 51, looks like Quillard really did a nice job breaking that play down at the point of attack, Jeff. 4th down and 5, and I think the Panthers are going to punt this away. Garber's going to come away with decent field position, too.
Well, you always worry about the long snaps, and then you worry about the exchange as the punter gets it. Then he's got to get his footing down to kick that football away.
And they got the win with them, too, Jeff. It's going south to north.
Yeah, they're probably going to be somewhere around the 20-yard line when they are all said and done and start. And that is a low line drive. And that is going to take a nice Standish roll and go down right at the 20-yard line. I must be a soothsayer as we picked the spot that they'd be off. 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. Now, when we were here 3 weeks ago for their last game, their start was absolutely unbelievable. Schimmel was 5 for 5 on that first drive. Pinpoint accuracy. He's running trips here to the near side of the field. We'll see what they're scripting to start this game out offensively.
You know, one thing about Garber, Jeff, they do have some nice receivers in that starting lineup. And Schimmel's had a nice year so far for the Dukes.
He's back as they move. They're running back Christie. On a quarterback keeper, Schimmel trying to get around the corner, cuts in between the defenders, picks up the first down and more. Read option for 13 yards.
Walker in on the tackle for the Standish Sterling. Stadolak also in there, Jeff, but a nice job by Schimmel. Little read option right there. Kept it, tucked it under, and picked up 13 yards. Nice job by Schimmel on that read. Good vision.
Well, and when your coaching staff is looking up top, Christie actually had a hole to run through also. So we'll see once they get through their first series of scripted plays. If they give that ball back to Christie, I'm sure that's someplace in their top 10 script. As he goes right up the middle, bounces to the outside, picks up on the play about 3 yards. As he is hit defensively by a whole bunch of defenders, led by number 25, Frost. So this is going to be another great test in the trenches for both teams tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jeff. You know, Standish got some good defensive linemen down there. Garber's offensive line, when I watched them against Birch Run, they did a tremendous job that evening. So, and there are a couple big fellas on that offensive line also.
They definitely have got good quickness to go with their more than adequate size. Christie, the ball carrier again, finishes very well. He picks up about 4 yards out to the 39-yard line. 72 with the initial hit as Chase Raymond with that hit. So another nice gain, 3rd and manageable. It's about 3rd and 4 yards to go. So early on, you're seeing the corners not respecting the pass, Mike. They are cheating in. So let's see what they see upstairs if they are going to go. I mean, we've got twins to the near side of the field with one defender over here. Now they're coming out with the secondary.
Well, and each play, Jeff, sets up the next one or 2 or 3 down the road. So let's see what Coach Quill has up his sleeve.
That ball bouncing around, and it looks like the Standish Sterling Central Panthers have got the ball. Looked like they were coming to an option on the near side of the field here, and that ball got wet.
Well, and as we are outside, Jeff, it is starting to rain a little bit. The field is wet, very slick. We've got a nice breeze. Old Glory standing straight out, blowing right out of the southeast to northwest. So Standish is actually going with the wind right now, but a big opportunity for the Panthers.
We are extremely lucky with the weather thus far compared to what they said we'd get. Standish again runs motion. Handoff on the left to number 32 on the play, T-Bolt, as he gets about 5 on first down with a nice gain. He goes inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Linebacker Christie with that initial hit defensively, but Standish really showing some good running ability early on.
You know, here we thought they were going to put the ball up in the air, Jeff, especially with the wind, and they're ground chucking it so far.
Right straight up the middle again with T-Bolt. As he bangs forward, maybe got back to the line. Alex Christie again coming up and filling from his linebacker spot.
That young man's had a nice game so far early in the first quarter, Jeff. This is a big 3rd down right now. 3rd down and 3 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. Definitely 4-down territory for Standish.
Marty Malcolm has his quarterback, Kobias, coming to the sideline to get every one of those. That quarterback's got to be the best shape condition of everybody on the team. Kobias with the handoff and banging forward for that first down, and Morris Jennings.
But you go back to that first game we did against Pinconning, Jeff. Jennings had a really nice game. He was tough to bring down. He can run in between the tackles, but he's got the wheels to get outside and get that extra gear. So he's a tough stop.
Well, and on a night like tonight, there's no east-west. You're just going north and south. You're going to put your shoulders square and your head down, and you're going to bang forward for what you can get. But it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. Kobias again has motion coming, has the jet sweep to the near side of the field, trying to get around the corner, has a little bit of room.
In on the tackle number 4 is Schimmel, coming up from that DB position. But again, the Panthers staying on the ground, Jeff, getting outside. Ball's right at the 15-yard line of the Garber Dukes.
Again, very impressive here in this first quarter for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers, as they have shocked the world. I think everybody anticipated what they were going to do was going to be pass-oriented, but I think weather may change that game plan a little bit. We'll see how things go. Second down, 5 yards to go. Kobias to Thibault. He gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up one falling forward. Swathart with the initial hit defensively.
Brought down by number 64, Chris Shorkey.
They're going to give Shorkey an assist on that, but again, great pinch by the DN Swathart, just making certain that that thing caved in. He beat his block forward and pushed him right straight into Shorkey. There's a pass right down the middle of the field. Jennings, who's their top receiver, hauls it in. He's into the end zone. It's a Standish Sterling Central Panther touchdown.
Run. And the only time they passed, Jeff, is they did that little skinny post right there. Touchdown Standish. That was a great call.
You get your defensive safeties and your backers peeking into the backfield for a split second. And the first score of the game goes to the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. And they're going to attempt the extra point.
That was a wonderful call right there. See, everything they did previous that just set up that pass.
The extra point is up. It's long enough, and it's good. Timeout on the field with 4:09 left in the first. It's 7-0. Standish over Garber. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Dodd and Mike Wisdala along with you. Garber's going to receive for the first time this game into the hands of the returning man out to the 33 years old. As Christie gets that. Christie did a nice job going up over his head to bring that in. And a fairly good starting field position for Garber, this time starting at their own 34-yard line.
Tackled by number 28, Ashton Walker for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. Jeff Garber again with good field position right at the, we're calling about the 34-yard line. We've got 4:03 to go here in the first quarter. Standish 7 and the Garber Duke 0.
All right. Garber again running twins to either side. Single safety over the top, and they're going to get some man coverage.
Fumble.
As Schimmel has that ball down on the ground, and it's second down again. Mike, that is the third time this game that the other corner is coming in and not respecting the pass. It's time for the coaches up top to see that. A little bubble screen. If they can get a good block, we'll go for 25 or 30
number
yards.
28, Jeff Walker, is coming in from that DB position. He's out there on the wideout to the near side here, and then he's sneaking in and then rushing the quarterback. So that means the safety, like you said, has got to roll over to the wideout. But you're right, a quickie or a screen might be the one.
Let's take a peek. The other person that has been doing that is Bales. So now they've got doubles. Oh, they got a wheel route, and they had it wide open. And they're going to say that he fumbled it, that it did not come out as the play was going forward. And the Dukes just have not been able to get any sync offensively in this game.
Yeah, must have slipped out of his hand, Jeff. I could not see it. So third down and 18 for the Dukes. They are going backwards. This thing started at the 34.
They had the perfect call, Mike. That wheel route looked like it was going to go big. And perfect call. But again, the wet ball. And Schimmel's got to keep those hands dry as he can.
There's
They're setting up a screen to Christie, and it's very well set up. Banging forward. Going to be about 2 yards short of that first down marker. One of those, though, that'll flip the field as they picked up about 16 yards on that 3rd and 18.
Well, they got an aggressive defense through the Panthers, Jeff. That was a good call by Coach Quill to get that screen pass. Kind of manageable. We'll see what Coach Coquillard says. It is 4th down, and we'll call it 3, maybe a long 2, but I think they're going to punt it away.
I don't know. I think they might be coming in with a goal line package.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're right.
Their short yardage situation. Clara Bell doesn't have to ask, where's the beef on this? They're all up on the front line. This is going to be smash mouth football. Christie banks forward. He's to the outside. He's at midfield. The 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Down!
Yeah, horse collar.
Okay, now I'm going to explain what's going on with this horse collar. When you grab somebody by the horse collar and they fall forward, it is not horse collar. You can get your hand inside. If they fall forward, it's not. Both of these officials got it, and he fell forward. So it's not the proper call from the officials. It's a fan favorite. Everybody sees it.
Good explanation. I didn't know that.
So they're going to talk things over right now, and I'm going to see if through that conversation, if they are going to talk him out of it or if they're going to go half the distance. Seeing as 2 people did it, personal foul, horse collar against the defense, that's going to go half to the distance to the goal, and it'll be to the 5-yard line. But when you watch the key to that, horse collar, but he fell completely forward. I think Christie was first off shocked that he got caught from behind because he was really getting after it. But it'll put the ball down, Mike, at the 5-yard line, and Garber's doing a great job.
You know, what a great call right there by Coach Quill, Jeff, to go for it. 4th and about 2.5, almost 3, and a good job by that Garber Duke offensive line. 1st and goal to go for the Dukes inside the 5.
As they're going power. And banging down, sniffing the goal line, just short of the goal line. As you are looking at just mass on the line and lead block in the backfield, they've just got beef.
There's nothing fancy about that play right there, my friend. That was just mano a mano, and let's get after it, and that's exactly what the Dukes are doing.
Well, and they've got Tycho Quillard also as the lead back. And watch him buzz a hole through. He just burrows his way into the defensive line. And we do finally have the word. It's a Garber Duke touchdown. Nice. Talk about a great answer for the Garber Dukes on that drive.
You go back to that play right there, Jeff. Coach Quill says we can make 4th and 3, and they did it. Got it down inside the 10. They got the penalty and then took it in the end zone. 1:27 to go here in the first quarter.
Big play is on 3rd and 18, picking up almost 16
on
yards.
That screen pass, exactly.
They're going to push forward again, sniffing the goal line. They get in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Timeout in the field with $1:27 left in the first. Garber 8, Standish 7. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It doesn't matter what kind of weather. It doesn't matter what time of day or night. When Mother Nature's done her worst, the only thing that matters to us is keeping the lights on for you. The hard-working men and women of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, dedicated to keeping the power on in communities across the country. Because when bad weather strikes, we know what matters most. The IBEW, the power professionals.
Back here on Big County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike
Now that we solved all the world problems, back to football.
Well, we don't just talk football. We do it all as that ball pounds down on the ground. Takes a nice Sunday hop for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. That is number 7 on the return. Pognosiak. That's a mouthful.
McNally in on the tackle for the Dukes, Jeff. But again, Standish Sterling Central Panthers coming with good field position at about their own 44-yard line. Mother Nature has decided not to cooperate, raining just a skosh harder here at Ed Harvey Field. Homecoming night also for the Garber
like
Dukes.
We thought, though, Coach.
No.
We were expecting torrential right now, so we'll take this. No
we won't
question.
melt.
Kobe has back, and look at that pinpoint pass to number 20, Mitchell on the play. Kobias is right on.
Well, I tell you what, he took a look at Giori out on the wide side of the field, Jeff, and he looked at the wide out on the wide side. Then he brought his eyes back down to the middle, and that kind of just took the defensive back just away a little bit. He threaded the needle. That was a nice pass.
Whenever you can look past your first progression as a quarterback, you're doing something special. It will be 1st and 10. Kobias now coming on this near side. The ball is picked off. What a great job of an interception that time by Anthony. Tipped it up in the air, had the presence of mind, got to the ground. First thing he did is put his hands to the ground, came up and cupped that ball into his hands.
Nice
great
job by Logan, Jeff, on that interception. The old tip drill, you go through it every day at practice. You're right, put his hands on the ground, ball never touched the ground. And Anthony with a big interception for the Dukes. They'll have great field position. Logan's dad, I coached the young man in high school, Eric.
Well,
he's a great football
player. It's genetic,
player.
then.
It's in the genes. Looks like mom, plays like dad.
Well,
thank God.
Perfect. Best of both worlds. 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. Again, going power football. Christie gets a modest gain. Maybe got a yard before he is hit defensively by number 72, amongst others, Raymond.
Chase, we called that name a lot in week 1 up in Pinconning, Jeff. Chase Raymond, that young man's only a 10th grader, so he's going to be around for a while.
We're doing the game on TV. We can't see when you're standing in front of us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
There goes Christie on the outside as he turns the corner again. Just caught before he hits the open field. As Jennings gets a hold of him, but it's going to be enough to move the sticks again, and another 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes.
Might as well ride that horse, Jeff. He's having a good first quarter. We've got about 13 and a half. They're going to let it run down, Jeff.
First down. 1st and 10 for the Dukes from the 44.
That is just about going to put the wraps on this first quarter of action at the end of 1. It's 8-7. Garber over Standish Sterling. Back in a moment for the second quarter on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
As we look at the Garber student section, they're all excited about homecoming. Their team up after 1. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, along with you, Natalie Doan, doing the camera work tonight. We're dry for the moment. It's a little bit drizzly out there, but nothing like we thought it'd be, Coach.
No, not bad. Not bad right now, Jeff. But so far, good game by both squads.
Seagraves is that single back to the outside. Christie got stuck at the line moving east and west as Frost came up and made a nice tackle on the play. So
Jeff, want to thank a couple of our sponsors, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Also want to thank Covenant Healthcare, Village Towing, AAA Transportation, Shirts, Mugs, and More, the official apparel provider for Bay County TV. And, of course, the Garber Booster Club for rolling out the Garber blue carpet for us tonight.
Oh, yes, Dave Schwartz and company. They are superb. As coming to the near side of the field, pass is complete. Alex Van Sumer, and that is a big target to throw to on the outside. So the gain on the play is about 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about a long 5, short 6. A manageable situation as techno difficulties due to the wetness here.
Well, our
look at
technical
that.
director.
Natalie Doak comes through again to
all she had to do was dry the wire.
A problem.
Dry the wire.
3rd down and about 6. This is a big play for the Garber Dukes. Christie gets to the outside, spins forward, picked up about half of what he needed, Mike. Maybe cutting back to the inside, maybe try to get to the outside may have been there, but easy for me to say sitting up here in the catbird.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and about 3, Jeff. I think the Dukes are going to go for it. Right at the 50-yard line for the Essexville Garber Dukes. 8-7, they've got the lead. 10:05 and counting to go here in the first half.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to take the 5-yard delay a game. There's no way they're going to get that play off before. Now they're going to take a timeout and talk it over.
Like it.
We'll find out what's going on. We'll take a break and come back in a moment on Bay County TV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. There I go trying to outthink Coach Coke Willard. He says all systems go here on 4th and a long 3.
You know, that's why you're up here, my friend.
Yes, indeed. I was 7 for 7 last week,
and
not even close this
again.
week. Boy, look at Van Sumeren trying to get out in front, and he gets just enough of an alleyway for a 1st down. Got a good spot on the play. It'll be enough to move the sticks, and a 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes.
Ooh.
Van Sumeren looked like a road grader coming around the corner, sealing it.
I tell you what, they're taking a good peek at it.
No need to take a peek. They've got it by the length of a football.
Old Eagle Eye over here says they got it by the length of a football. Coach Harris, zoom in on this and let us know.
I don't know why they're wasting their time with this measurement. Let's play football.
Well,
this is a big spot in the game.
I tell you what, you call that by the length of a football, those 2020s are absolutely outstanding.
Let's see as they stretch her out. They put it down.
Oh.
They stretch it out by the length of a football. 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. These old referee eye peeps, they don't fail me a bit.
I tell you what, they're not bad for 59 and a hook years old. I'll tell you that right now.
That is a thing of beauty. And I think that the spot that was originally there was another half-yard forward. I do think that the official, when I first looked at it, it didn't even look like it was close. Oh, no, I think it was 1st down by more than a football.
We're on the Standish side,
That's
so
right.
we're getting
We've
two
been on the
opinions
Standish
up
side
here.
for 20 years with WKJC and loved every minute of it.
Oh,
so
we love the Panthers.
We'll love being here in front of the Standish folks tonight. 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. As they continue their drive. Christie on the outside. He gets a hole. He picks up 11 yards down to the 35-yard line. Going to be enough to move the sticks again. Another 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. As they're fighting something now. They're just going power football, Mike.
Yeah, they absolutely are, Jeff. That was a nice run by Christie. Got outside, put it into that extra gear, and got the 1st down. 9:17 to go here in the first half. Standish 8.
You got to love Coach Coke Willard twice in this game having the confidence in his offense on 4th down to run a play and being successful on both.
It's Garber 8, Standish 7.
Again, Van Sumeren, and they're using him as an up back. He just pinches the corner enough to pick up 5. Mike, without him at least taking the edge off of that corner, that play goes for no gain. Van Sumeren with another great job on that.
Yep.
And the Standish Sterling Central Panthers are into the secondary before your linebackers or safeties are coming up and help.
Well, you got Van Sumeren leading the way, Jeff. The offensive line is doing a nice job at the point of attack, and then you add Van Sumeren, and Christie's doing a nice job. Good vision, seeing the hole, falling forward for that extra 2 or 3 yards.
Well, when you've got somebody in front of you the size of Van Sumeren,
that helps.
You know, you don't have to pancake the guy. You just need to seal him off. It takes a half hour to get around him. Christie again with a great vision as he cuts up in the inside. Jennings on the tackle. But Christie is just
runs. Young man's running
got
hard.
Great vision.
He's running hard too, Jeff. He's not slowing down when he gets into the hole. He's making good, quick decisions, and he's got good vision when he gets to that hole. And that's another nice pickup for the Garber Dukes. It's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 24-yard line.
But they are just methodically moving down the field as they line up again. There's no fooling anybody. You got Seagraves out here, but other than that, it's all straight power football. Trying to come to the outside. And there's we're trying to cut back across the grain. Doesn't work. Great job defensively. Devin Frost was out there. Made sure that he cut back to the inside. And on this slick turf, you really have to plant hard with that inside and cut.
Yeah, Frost has had a nice game tonight for the Panthers, Jeff. You're right. Making them cut back in, it's hard to plant that foot. And he just lost. He blew 2 tires right there. He didn't blow 1. So 2nd down and 11 for the Dukes. We're at 7 minutes and counting to go here in the first half.
At what point do you do what Standish did? Do you lull the defense to sleep and you go and take a shot downfield? And they just took Christie out, so they have got a pass package in the game right now. We'll find out what they're going to run.
Yeah, you
New
can't
running
forget
back
about
in
those.
the game is number 47, Alex Christie. Back to pass. They flip that thing on the outside. What a catch on the play. Van Sumeren goes down around the shoe tops and comes up with a big catch.
That's a long ways to bend over for that young man, my friend.
He did a superb job of making it happen.
Yes, he did. I like the call, Jeff. But Standish, again, with that good defense, sniffed that out. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 7.
If you get Van Sumeren, though, chest high with that,
he's a load.
He's going to pick up another 8 or 10 yards because he's a redwood to try and bring down. Big 3rd down play here with 5:55 and counting left in the first half. 8-7, Garber on top. Christie hit at the line of scrimmage, makes a couple of people miss, may have picked up a couple of yards. It's going to be 4th down and a solid 5-yard-to-go situation now for Garber.
Stolowak in on the tackle for the Panthers, Jeff. Called his name a few times tonight for the Panthers. Going to be 4th down and a long 6 for the Garber Dukes at the 20-yard line. So they got to get inside the 15 for that 1st down.
Seagraves and Anthony are both great targets right now, but Van Sumeren is the big target. So let's find out. Maybe they go screen again. I don't know. I figure if I make enough options, I'll catch the one that Coach Willard's going to go.
If you ever go 7 for 7 again in one night, it'll be a miracle.
Oh, I should have retired after last week.
Yeah, you should have quit while you were ahead, my friend. I think somebody called a timeout.
Might have had a little motion.
Timeout, Garber.
Garber takes a timeout prior to the snap. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
You treat your family with extraordinary care every day, which is why when it comes to their health, more of you choose Covenant Healthcare. We specialize in extraordinary care, from diagnosis to recovery, from babies to grandparents. Learn more about our extraordinary bariatrics program. Sign up for our free seminar.
Back here on Bay County TV, another big 4th down and 6-yard-to-go situation. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Natalie Doan providing the camera work tonight. Let's see out of the timeout what Coach Coke Willard has up his sleeve. Schimmel looks things over. And Christie has that direct snap to him. And it was slick. And trying to do a little trickery, a little deception. And the loss on the play is back to about the 24-yard line. On downs, it'll be 1st and 10 for Standish as they come up with a big stop.
Yeah, that was a big play right there for the Panthers, Jeff. And Schimmel kind of walked away like he was changing the play, hiked it to, snapped it to Christie. It just went right through his hands. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Standish 25-yard line.
When that play started, it almost looked like Christie was looking where he wanted to go with the run before he looked it in. And unfortunately for Garber, it didn't work. A big break, though, for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. It's been a while since I've said that, maybe 2 minutes. As now they run motion right at the line of scrimmage, just absolutely stuffed. Jennings. Swartout is such a good bookend with Van Sumeren. Together, they are just phenomenal.
He is a big drink of water, and you're right. Those two defensive ends, Jeff, are just, when they come down hard, but they got enough speed to get outside and strong enough to rush the passer.
And Swartout are both underclassmen coming back next year, so that's huge when they can get this time of experience 2 years in a row.
Van Sumeren's only a sophomore, and
Swartout is a junior.
The junior. Yep.
As a pass right down the middle is complete.
Colby-Az's pass is complete to Bales.
As Bales does a great job of looking that in, and again, Kobias right on the dot.
Man, that was a nice pass, Jeff. He just like a 3-step drop, and he put it right where he had to, right on the numbers. And Kobias has a nice release, throws the ball really well for the Panthers.
On a quarterback keeper, that ball's down on the ground, and you better just climb on top of it. As again, defensively stifling that play is the defensive end Swartout. He stood there, he made the pitch man, the quarterback, make that pitch, and he was still able to get out to that running back.
Well, the thing about that play, Jeff, is it's a timing play. You got to have good spacing in between you and the quarterback. If you're too close, that's not good. If you're too far away, that's not good. And if you're too far ahead, that's even worse. So, that type of play right there has got to be almost perfect to make it work. And with the slippery pigskin, that makes it even tougher.
And it looks like they've been trying to run away from Van Sumeren's side. We'll see now if they try and go to the wide side of the field. They do try and get to the corner. Van Sumeren pushes him outside farther than he wanted to go and absolutely got stuffed by the defensive back. Ben Davis comes up and makes a sure tackle. He doesn't make that tackle, though. That running back is going to get Van Sumeren in about 2 more strides.
3rd down and 21 for the Panthers, Jeff, at the 26-yard line of the Essexville Garber Dukes.
And again, though, as we are looking at the time tickling the 3-minute mark.
Man, this has been a quick first half.
It's 2.5 minutes and counting as this play on 3rd down, if they get it done, they're going to take a timeout and talk things over. They wanted to use as much clock as they could. We'll take another break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Big 3rd down and 20-yard to go situation. Kobias out of the shot. He comes to the near corner, trying to pick up yardage. Jennings picks up about 9 yards on the play. Christie finally getting there to make the tackle on the play. I think they just wanted to see if they could get another 10 and force a punt. as now we are down inside 2 minutes and counting. And remember, Garber's only got one timeout left.
Got $1:45 to go, Jeff. Panthers will kick it away. Kicking into the wind also, Jeff. And so, as I always say on a punt like this, discretion is a better part of value. If you don't like it, yell fire, yell Duke, whatever you yell, get away from it, live for another down, and get the ball and get a nice drive before halftime.
Very good clock management, too. They're waiting until the final 5-second chop. They get that ball off. It's a low-line drive kick, and it's going to be picked up on the 40-yard line, trying to cut to the outside. Little room to turn the corner. Inside Standish territory as Fisher does a nice job and sets up shop 45 yards from pay dirt.
I'll tell you what, that was a gutsy catch right there, Jeff. He was running forward, slick football, did a nice job catching the ball first, making sure he had it, and a nice return. The Dukes are going to come away with great field position in Panther territory, about the 46.
About a 15-yard return, too. And
nice.
Again, Mike, as you said, that's a very tough catch that ball is sinking because it's going into the wind.
It's kind of wobbling a little bit, too, Jeff.
And he was sure-handed.
Yeah, Fisher did a nice job. Take your hat off to that young man for catching that and giving the Dukes good field position with $1:11 to go in the first half.
I'm looking at Anthony here in the slot on this near side as a potential fun target. Let's see what they're up to. As they come down the field, Anthony breaks away from one defender. He's down to the 15, the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's into the end zone. It's a Garber Duke touchdown.
Did he call it or what?
Oh, my. I'm retiring. I'm finally starting to think like Coach Coquillard. There's hope for me yet.
Yeah. Anytime you start thinking like Bay County football coaches, I'll tell you what, you're going to be tough to live with.
Well,
but you know what? Great call. Great call.
They absolutely had the man coverage. He ran just a nice little route, settled into a spot. Schimmel did a superb job of putting the ball in space where he could catch it on the run, and he just made it look easy.
Just a little wheel route right there, Jeff, by Logan. Nice job, good speed, good yards after the catch for that touchdown. That's a big, big touchdown going into halftime for the Garber Dukes.
Well, again now, and this is a huge conversion because this puts you up by 2 scores if you convert.
They got the all-beef package in there again.
There's not been a whole lot. And they give that ball right up the middle, falling just short of the goal line.
You heard that up here, didn't you?
Yes, indeed. That was Coquillard. So with $1:02 left in the first half, 14-7, Garber Dukes over the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you as the Garber Dukes doing a great job.
Go ahead.
As the ball gets kicked down on the ground, it's touched and it's a live football. Picked up by one of the upbacks, and that is number 7 on the return, Pognaziak. As he gets a nice return on the play. Kinsella.
Tell you, these Panthers got good hands, Jeff. They catch the ball really nice. That was a tough one to pick up, too. But good field position. We're 57.4 to go in the first half. Jeff, Garber 14, Standish 7. Really entertaining first half of football for these two teams.
And 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
So they've got time, and they've got a field goal and extra point kickers. So if they can get that ball down around the 15-yard line, they'll have a chance to put at least some points on the board here late in the first half. Kobias, very, very talented quarterback out of the shotgun. Handoff going right up the middle, and a great Van Sumeren tackle If he doesn't get Jennings right there, he has split the gap and he is running wide.
That young man is a good football player, Jeff. Good tackler, Van Suman. Jennings, you know what? He's running as hard now as he did in game number 1 when we saw him up in Penny.
We saw him more at the wide out in the beginning of the year, though.
We did.
They're using him there. This pass on the outside, they're going to get what they can, and
good job.
They're going to get him out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what you got to do. You got to get what you can, as Mitchell got it. They tried to bring him down inbounds amongst Fisher and Davis got out here on the tackle, but you got to get to the sideline when you've only got a couple of TOs left. You want to save them.
One thing I like about the Garber D, Jeff, they send a lot of hats to the football. They're very active, very quick. You know, defensive line is quick, good-looking linebackers, and those defensive backs, boy, they come up and they come up quick. I like the way that team plays.
Again, up to the line of scrimmage, and Jennings again breaks a tackle up the middle, and then he runs right into the linebacker. Great job. Wetters got somebody slowed him up at the line, and Wetters just finished him off.
Man, that's the second time in this drive, Jeff, that we've heard the shoulder pads pop. These kids are really hitting each other. Good, clean football.
Standish takes their second time out. We'll take another quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
All right, now you're just like Danny, huh?
They'll probably never know about his thousands of hours of on-the-job training.
There you go, Daddy.
Or that he spent as much time in the classroom as someone with a master's degree. You and I know he's one of the experts when it comes to electricity, part of a team committed to doing the job right. They call him Dad. You call him the electrician right down the street. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doad and Mike Wasdala along with you. It's a 1st and 10 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. 21 seconds left in our first half of play. Kobias 43 yards away from pay dirt. Quick pitch to the outside, trying to get it to Jennings. Jennings thought about throwing the football. He's running downfield, and he skips out of bounds. Boy, the Garber defense has to be aware when he's across the line of scrimmage that pass fake should not freeze them. But Jennings is very, very quick and elusive, gets to the outside, and a huge gain.
Yeah, Jeff, he was looking to throw it, but, you know, he had that option, too. If he didn't like what he saw, he could definitely tuck it and run. He did a nice job there. There's still a lot of time left. 13.9 ticks is going in the second quarter. Nice job by the Panthers. Love the play selection.
When we go back to week 1, he was the difference maker on the field in week 1.
He was. You know, he can run it, he can throw it, and he also can catch it, Jeff. So he wears a lot of hats for the Panthers.
Up again to the line of scrimmage. Kobias back to pass. He's got time to throw the football. What a great catch on the outside by number 44, Bales.
Boy, those kids got great hands, and that was a rope,
That was a frozen rope, indeed.
Yeah, had some juice on it, and Kobias does a nice job throwing the football. Good protection by the offensive line. 8.3 ticks to go in the second quarter.
They got time with 8.3 for 2 plays.
They do. They got a good field goal kicker, too.
But give credit to the offensive line. Kobias had time to throw that football.
Yeah, and good hands by the wideout for the Panthers.
Trips again to the near side. They're going to come with pressure this time. Not giving them as much time to throw. The ball is tipped. And that ball is out of bounds. They'll have time for 1 play left.
Got to throw it into the end zone.
2nd and 10.
And again, you know what, Jeff? He was open, just a little bit hot. Good protection by the offensive line. But again, good coverage by the DBs from Garber. And Kobias had to put it a little high, a little to the outside, but he's getting another opportunity.
Looked like the ball changed trajectory going through the line. If somebody got a fingertip on it or something, it looked like it sailed. And now the Standish Sterling Central Panthers are going to take their final time out of the first half. Our producer and director says, stay right here, keep it here, and commentate through the break and play. But again, your playbook is wide open because you've shown the ability to have Jennings to the outside running the ball. You've also shown the ability of Kobias to put the ball on the dot and receivers that can catch it.
4.6 to go, Jeff. Got to throw it in the end zone. Incomplete pass stops the clock. Get the field goal kicker out. Got plenty of time. but they got to talk about that. And these are the type of situational plays that you work on in practice, probably towards the end or 3/4 towards the end of the practice. These are the plays that you work on.
I doubt if they run a pass play, you can get it completed in less than 4.6, though. I think that for you to hope that happens is going to be very tough. Now Garber looks like they're going to take a timeout now that they have seen the opportunity of the offense presenting itself. We're going to take a break and be back in just a moment on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Here it is with 4.6 seconds left. Pass down the middle is incomplete.
Oh, 1.0.
They do have time to get one off. That was very quickly done for a reason. Didn't know that they could do it. Coach, I didn't have enough faith in your decision.
I'm 1 for 1 tonight. I got a long ways to go before 7 for 7, but I'll take 1 for 1.
And that's a gutsy call by Coach Malcolm, because he's short of the goal line when he's catching that ball.
Yep.
You got to hope he can finish, because if he catches it, it certainly runs out.
Yeah, this one's going to go into the end zone, Jeff. And, Kobayash has got the gun to do it. He can get it down there. And his receivers have caught everything in sight tonight.
Jennings is the inside slot receiver. He's the one I'd watch. They come down the middle, and he was the intended target. And that's the end of the first half of play with our score. The Garber Dukes 14, the Standish Sterling Central Panthers 7. It's halftime. Back in a moment to recap the first half. Set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV.
Our smiles can light up a room. Our work can light up an entire city. We're the men and women of the IBEW, working with a code of excellence that guarantees the job will be done right, on time, and safely. We're lighting the path to the future. Let us show you just how bright that path is.
Back at the IBEW 692 halftime show, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Very entertaining first half.
Really good first half by both squads, Jeff. Hard hitting. Kids are playing hard, running hard. Standish is catching everything in sight. And I like the way Essexville Garber's playing. They're showing that size and that speed that has made them a good football team.
Well, I give a ton of credit to Coach Coquillard in that first half. He started spread, found out that the ball was slick and he was having problems. He came with a jumbo package that really changed the tempo of the first half.
Yeah, they did a nice job running the football, Jeff, and you're right. The big boys were leading the way. Offensive line did a nice job blocking, and then when it was time to pass the football, they did a nice job, and they got a touchdown out of it.
Well, I think both teams in the first half lulled those DBs to sleep and came up at the right time with big pass plays that were very successful.
Yeah, I think both teams were kind of out of characteristic there in the first half to start the game, in the first quarter, I should say, Jeff. But, they got comfortable running the football, and they know when you get comfortable, you have the opportunity to throw the football. And both squads have really nice receivers that catch the football.
Garber Dukes get their hands on the ball first in the third quarter. I say the first drive of the third quarter is going to be the key to the entire second half.
Are you saying that might be a Village Towing key drive of the game, maybe?
Oui, Mansour.
I agree with you. It's always nice to get the ball in the third quarter, set the tone for the second half, and if you can take it down and go up 21-7, that's really a nice way to start the second half. Plus, with the field conditions being wet, makes it even tougher for the Panthers.
And right now, there's drizzle at best out on the field. We are expecting heavy rain. We have expected it, and it's not there. So whenever you can get points before the monsoon comes, the better off you're going to be.
Well, Coach Quill and his staff is probably in there checking out the AccuWeather and checking out all the maps, Jeff. And that's a great point. If they see something coming, get the 21. The rains are coming. That's a pretty comfortable lead when it's sloppy.
Can't wait for the second half. It's just around the corner. That concludes the IBEW 692 halftime show here on Bay County TV. Back after the completion of halftime, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Mike, as we talked at the half, this first drive for both teams very important.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff. I think Garber, has to put a nice little drive together, put it in the end zone. Who knows when the rain is going to come, be up 21-7. But on the other hand, Standish has to have a good defensive stand to get that ball back and put something on the scoreboard also.
Here comes the kick. It's a high short end over end kick, and that is going to go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So you're saying re-kick? I think they're going to take it at the 35 and be happy.
I'm saying take it at the 35.
Oh, all right.
Take that 7 yards, 1st and 10 for the Dukes at the 35.
Now, if that ball would have gone out of bounds at like the 32 or the 33-yard line, they would have got the +5.
I would have taken that too, my friend. Nice halftime ceremony, Jeff. Really, the band and all the pomp and circumstance. That's our 3rd homecoming game in a row that we've had this year. And we know we won't have one next week at All Saints, so they've already had theirs. So I think we're done.
CPS next week coming to Bay City, and that'll be an exciting game as well. 1st and 10 here. Schimmel out of the shotgun with a single back. He's got time to throw the football. Look at the catch by Anthony. He cuts to the outside. He's across midfield, staying on his feet down to the 42-yard line. He snagged that thing out of midair and made a superb catch and great yak.
Yeah, Jeff, he looked it right in, and then as soon as he got it in his hand, he turned that head, got upfield, and he's got a little bit of speed also, Jeff. So number 7, Logan Anthony, with a big start here in the 3rd quarter for the Garber Dukes. Out of bounds, 11:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. What a nice, positive start for the Garber Dukes.
For 24 yards on 1st down.
Very nice.
But again, the ball's dry, your hands are dry. That's the time to make that play, and Anthony made it look easy.
Yep. He's got a good set of hands on him.
Let's see if we get a little dose here of Christie. Nope, they're back to pass again. That pass is going downfield. Caught! Absolutely perfectly caught on the pay.
Wow.
By Fisher. What concentration on that ball as he stayed with it and hauled it in at the 12.
I think a Panther had it first, Jeff, then he had it, then a Panther again, and it was tipped again, and Fisher with a great concentration, a great catch at the 12-yard line. Wow. Impressive.
Unbelievable. You have totally flipped the field and gone you've got 48 yards in 2 plays.
Start the game with nothing but runs. Start the second half with nothing but passes, Jeff.
24 and 24 on your first 2 plays offensively.
Not 48
and
yards.
The abacus says that adds up to 48. The ball down on the ground. Nice job as Schimmel got it. He had a lot of yellow hats coming into his jersey.
Nice job by Schimmel just getting on that thing, Jeff. When it's wet like that, that ball does some goofy things. Loss on the play of about 4. Call it 2nd down and 15. We'll call it 5.
Let's see what they come up with here. It was tough to see what they were going to do. It looked like another pass was in order. Well, they're taking their time right now. You look always back when they take a lot of time to the back judge. The back judge hasn't gone up with his arm for 10 seconds yet. Remember, this is the first year we're under the 40-second rule. A couple of seconds after the end of the play, that 40 starts. So you really have plenty of time to make things happen. Schimmel gets another high snap. They're going off into the corner of the end zone. That was intended. Anthony again. And boy, he was throwing that into a tight window.
Yeah, it was a little bit high, Jeff. And again, if you look at Old Glory over there, that ball was with the wind, so it kind of floated a little bit, stops the clock. 3rd down and 15 for the Dukes. They can get a 1st down, but they've pretty much got to go all the way down inside the 1-yard line for that 1st down.
And let's see what kind of package they've got. They brought Van Sumeren back to the sideline, so I would imagine they're probably going to spread it out and go twins to both sides in a single back. Let's see what they decide to do. They've got twins and a single back. as Christie is that single back. Now they put him in motion as they come to the wide side of the field, trying to throw back across the grain into the end zone.
What a catch.
What a great catch. It's a Garber Duke touchdown.
Got a flag on the play.
Oh, boy. Most generally, that flag is in the spot of holding, ineligible downfield.
And the call is an eligible receiver downfield against.
Well, what a catch.
Now, when that happens, it's normally coming from the umpire, so it's an interior lineman. A lot of times you'll get that flag from a wingman when somebody's covered and going downfield. But where that came from, that had to have been one of the interior linemen making that mistake. But talk about Schimmel throwing from the wide side of the field across his body through a strike.
And what was that Fisher that made that fantastic catch, Jeff? Unfortunately, illegal man downfield. They're going to bring it back. It's going to be 3rd down and 20. But you're right. Schimmel going to his left, throwing across his body, and he put some juice on it, too. That was a pretty throw and a great catch.
You know, and then you look at Shapansky sitting back here in the wings waiting to play. He's off wide to the left-hand side right now in that trips formation. He's got great hands as well. Oh, they're going to the inside. The ball is picked off. It's Jennings. He's back up over the 30-yard line. 2 receivers from Garber in the same spot brought a lot of defensive players.
Well, and Jennings just saw that tip, and he didn't even have to move, Jeff. He just stayed right there and caught the ball, but there is a penalty on the play.
Probably a post-possession. We're going to probably have a block in the back on the return. Holding on the return. So that'll be a 10-yard from the spot foul. Move the ball back to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers.
Tough break for the Panthers, Jeff, but again, Jennings right there. And again, the tip drill, like I said, in practice, you do that at the beginning of practice and at the end of practice. It's practice every day. So Jennings right there, opportunistic. The Standish Sterling Central Panthers are not good field position, but they get the ball back. Good defensive stand by the Panthers.
Well, Jennings is a ball hawk.
Oh, he's a player.
He just smells the football.
I love that
And not
kid.
only was he able to get to the spot, but able to make a great interception and a great return that was negated by holding. Trying to come here to this side of the field. Keeping the edge very, very nicely for the Garber Dukes was Fisher.
Nice job of stringing that thing out, Jeff, getting off the block, making the tackle, waiting for all the blue hats to come. That young man's had a nice game tonight also.
He fought off the block, but contained on the play, and then was able to make the tackle. That's textbook.
And using his hands, didn't let anybody get to his feet, pushed the guy away, Jeff, pushed the offensive player away. And, you know, one of the good things about being a defensive player, you can kind of use those hands a little bit to get rid of people, and that's what that young man did. Great play for him.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. Kobias gives it to Jennings, bangs forward up to about the 20-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about solid 5.
Janke in on the tackle for the Garber Dukes, Jeff. 3rd down and a long 5 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. Boy, 9:05 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. It's been a quick football game tonight.
Yeah, other than the last 2 minutes of the first half, that first half just flew by indeed. Big 3rd down and 5 situation here. Quarterback was a little confused by what he saw. Tackle broken on the play. 1st down and more. It is the fastest player on the field. Jennings down to the 36-yard line. Oh, somebody in the backfield had him wrapped up, and Jennings did a little bit of slipperoo and made a great run after the catch.
Well, that was a great run after the catch, Jeff, and we said it in a couple times during the game. When he gets outside, he's got some wheels. He can turn it on, and a nice big 1st down for a stand. The Sterling Central Panthers all the way down to the Garber 36-yard line.
Jennings is definitely the number 1 option on this football team. He is
no doubt.
Lights out after he catches the ball and touches it. And he turned what would have been a 7-yard loss in a 4th down punting situation into total field flip. Kobias again has motion coming to the near side of the field. Handoff right up the middle. Again, a couple of broken tackles by the Garber Dukes, and the runner on the play is Thibault. Davis amongst others on the tackle.
He's had a nice game tonight, Jeff, but again, a nice gain on first down, 2nd down and 3 for the Panthers. Ball's at about the 29-yard line, 29-yard line, excuse me, of the Garber Dukes.
We talked about the importance of the first drive in the second half for both teams.
Yes.
Both teams able to move the ball. Who finishes on the first opportunity here in the third? Ball carried up the middle for the first down.
T-Ball to get ball carrier for the Panthers, Jeff. Shorkey in on the tackle for the Dukes, but not before they picked up a first down. And really, when you look at that offensive line of the Panthers right now, Jeff, they're doing a nice job. Point of attack, good solid blocking. Nothing fancy, just kind of head on inside and through. And they've got that first down.
They have been very, very impressive. Again, that huge 3rd down and 5 conversion by Jennings has continued this drive on into Garber Duke territory. Handoff right up the middle, going to that number 32 again. Thibault, as he bangs forward for about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain as Coquillard with the initial hit defensively. But again, the Standish Sterling Central Panthers run attack tonight has been pleasantly surprising.
Yeah, and this is going to be, like you said, pleasantly surprising for the Panthers coach and the coaching staff. They've done a nice job running the football, and when they throw it, they do a nice job catching it also.
Here comes Jennings on the jet sweep. Look at his great vision as he cuts back up inside. Had the outside totally sealed away. He sees a gap inside, and boy, he just shot through
it. And good vision by Jennings, Jeff. He saw that he couldn't go outside any farther, planted that left foot, cut back inside, got another first down. It's going to be goal to goal for the Panthers inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's at the 9-yard line right now, just the down box needed on the sticks, as the Standish Sterling Central Panthers have mounted a great opening drive here to start this third quarter with their first possession. Twins in the backfield right now, Jennings and Thibault. Jennings up the middle, he's hit right away, might have picked up a yard. Van Sumeren really crashed down hard from the defensive end.
Well, you look at Jennings in that white uniform, Jeff. He's going to have to put that and get a little bit of tide going on tonight with some bleach, because that thing is absolutely just as dirty can be.
Well, Mama will more than happy put all the bleach it needs in it if it's a Standish Sterling Central Panther victory. She says, I'll wash it 3 times if I have to. 2nd down and goal from the 9, so no gain on first down. Single back again as they spread it out. They got Jennings on a little flip back. What a great job by Van Sumeren as he put those big mitts up in the air. And
it was there.
Yep. As Kobias turned and he wanted to say something, and then he looked like an eclipse in front of him. It was Van Sumeren, and he went, nice play.
But nice job by Van Sumeren, the big fella, getting his hands up, Jeff. And that was set up really well.
I was just going to say, very well designed.
Yep.
Came from the near side wing to the far side on a little reverse screen. And if it gets past Van Sumeren, it's 6 points.
And if you can't get to the quarterback, what's the number 1 rule on a pass play? Get your hands up and try to tip that ball. Van Sumeren did a nice job.
Van Sumeren and Swartout, though, are so good because they're both in that 6'5" frame. They look like they've got 7-foot wingspan. Kobias now, as they give that ball to Jennings. Jennings gets down to about the 5-yard line, and he is hit and knocked right straight back.
It's going to be on the 4, Jeff, just inside the 5, about the 4.5.
He got up gingerly after that last hit. He really got rocked, and he has had a lot of touches tonight, and that will wear on you after a while.
He's had a nice football game tonight, Jeff. Right there, good stop by the Essexville Garber Dukes.
It's time. Oh, it's the Village Towing key play of the third quarter as it's a 4th and goal from the 5-yard line, just inside the 5. The Standish Sterling Central Panthers knocking on the door. And they're going to hand that ball to the outside, trying to cut back across the grade, very close to the goal line, not getting in, though. Down at the 1-yard line, the Dukes stopped the Panthers at the 1.
Wow, that was a nice cutback, Jeff. I'm not quite sure who was that.
Looked like Mitchell ran that.
It'll be turned over on downs by nice defensive stand. Now, you had a good drive down here and a good defensive stand by Standish. Go the other way, nice drive by Standish, a good defensive stand by the Dukes. 2 key plays is here to start the game. They both throw the ball right up and down the field.
I smell a 99-yard pass play on first down.
That could be a record here at Garber Duke territory.
Well, we know they had a 99-yard rush last year for a touchdown.
Yes.
That was Brighton, part of his 700-plus yard game.
I remember.
Let's see what they do. We got a single back out here, or single wide receiver, as they bang forward, and they get some breathing room out to about the 6-yard line. So pick up on first down of 5. And
I think
late
there's
flag coming.
A little extracurricular activity going on, Jeff. Not quite sure.
And it's going to be very, very important to see which team this is against. As they talk and discuss. Dead ball, personal foul, and they're going to offset.
Yep.
They're going to. It's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Yep.
All right, beautiful.
That
worked out best.
That was the right call.
That's how you squelch that. You call them both.
Yep, that was the right call.
I was repping a game last night at John Glenn where I ended up having to walk into the defensive huddle and spread the word that the cheap shots were going to be gone or they would be peeled off the field one at a time.
Well, you're like E.F. Hutton when Jeff don't talk. Everybody listens.
Well, once you tell them that the next time it happens they're off the field, then they do listen.
I listen to you all the time. I don't understand what you're saying, but I listen to you.
2nd down and a long 5 for the Garber Dukes. Again, single wide receivers, so they're in that jumbo package, just pounding it forward. Penalty flag down again, up over the 10, got the first down.
Came from the head linesman.
Now, you can't have somebody rolling here. You know, illegal motion is about the only thing that he can call non-dead ball because there's nobody on his side of the field.
Yep.
They do have illegal motion. And I'm sure that penalty is going to be accepted because that was a first down run. So that brings them back to the 3-yard line and puts them back in the depths of their own back. I didn't see any motion there. To me, that's an illegal procedure. That's a false start, and you blow it dead before the snap. But he saw something that I must not have. And that penalty brings the ball back just inside the 4-yard line. So again, staying with the jumbo package. But Mike, what that jumbo package means one-on-one on your wide receiver.
Well, and also look, Jeff, Schimmel's under center. He's not in the shotgun either.
It looks like Shapansky might be on that far side of the field. I can't tell from here. He runs a little hitch and go. Nope, that was Seagraves out there. He ran a little stop and go, and he was wide open deep. They tried a little Christie screen pass, and pass was thrown down at his feet. He couldn't quite get to it.
3:15, Jeff, to go here in the third quarter. 14-7. Garber Dukes over the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. One more time, big thank you to Covenant Healthcare, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 692, AAA Transport, Village Towing, and our friends at Shirts, Mugs, and More, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, and our good friends Chris and the gang, the Garber Athletic Association, for their support this year.
Certainly, and Dave Schwartz for all that he does as well.
Yep, AD.
2nd down, banging forward again, out at the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and short for the Garber Dukes, but they really have had success with their jumbo package tonight.
Also, Jeff, want to thank interim superintendent here for Essexville Hampton Schools, Eric Alshouse, who's been great to deal with, doing a great job. Matt Cortez, as you well know, left and went to the Muskegon Public Schools. Eric took over and is doing a wonderful job here in Essexville Hampton.
Well, I missed a down. It's 4th and 1.
Yep.
And if you're in a situation where you think you're going to fake it, you've got Alex Van Sumer, and if you do that short snap, I think with the wind at your back, though, you try and let one fly here.
Nice kick.
And that ball does sail right over the head. Look, it's going to take a nice hop for a potential return, but that goes all the way down to the 42-yard line. That was a thunderfoot.
That was, if you ever needed a kick, that was the time you needed it right there.
48 yards with no return.
And nice job by the Panther getting away from it, Jeff.
1st and 10 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers, Mike. Third quarter is so interesting because both teams have moved the ball very well, but neither team has gotten any pay dirt.
Yeah, when it comes down to inside the red zone, Jeff, both teams could not finish. So Panthers will have great field position at their own 42-yard line.
Boy, and Jennings, you can find him in a heartbeat out there because his jersey is just dirty.
Yeah, I know.
He's been used so much. The quarterback coming and trying to slip upfield, Van Sumer, and there right away.
Yeah.
He gets so far from that wide side defensive end spot into the backfield for a sophomore. He just has got an uncanny knack.
He's quick, Jeff. He's got a nose for the football. Kobe Asbua-Tyler right there. It's going to be a loss on the play of 2, caught 2nd down and 12 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers at their own 45-yard line. Looks like we lost again, my friend.
Tell him you're going to donate it to the SSC Baseball Foundation. I'm the coach.
Well, Standish Sterling Central Panthers head baseball coach wins the 50-50. So it's a big 2nd down and 12. The pitch to Jennings on the outside. Very well stuffed. He is crushed again as he picks up about 7 on the play. And Shapansky is down there having a little chat with number 87, Giori. And
man, he planted that left foot and cut back inside, Jeff. And he is, you know, and he's not a big kid, but he's so fast and he runs behind those big linemen so well. He's tough to bring down.
Well, Davis got to the outside and pushed it back to the inside. But I'll tell you, credit Jennings with getting up almost 7 yards, 3rd down and 6-yard to go situation. Here comes the blitz. Ball is tipped up in the air, and it's picked off by Schimmel. He's down to the 40, the 30, the 25, down inside the 20-yard line to the 16-yard line. Brought down by number 71, Dickenhausen. But I'll tell you, that ball was up in the air, sniffed out, and beautifully returned by Schimmel.
The tip drill has been working tonight, Jeff. Another turnover for the Panthers. Garber Dukes get good field position. 29.6 ticks to go in the 3rd quarter. Poof, just like that. We're going to be going into the 4th quarter.
Now, what you got to think about right now is for another 29 seconds.
You got the wind.
You've got the wind at your back. Ooh. Exactly. You're thinking like me now, Coach. That is scary. You got it down.
Yes. You do have to think about that stuff.
As they come up to the line. Schimmel now out of the shotgun with a single back setup. Trips here to the near side. He's rolling to the near side. Downfield, the pass is picked by Jennings. Jennings cuts back across the grain. That gentleman has just got ball hawk written all over him.
Well, I tell you what, he just stepped right in front of that, Jeff. Schimmel threw it to the guy. He was open, but Jennings did a good job. And another turnover. That was a wonderful. That was a wonderful interception.
As they come up right now, and that'll be the end of our 3rd quarter of play, 14-7, just like it was at the half. Back in a moment for the final 12 here on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Ready to roll here with our fourth quarter of play. The Standish Sterling Central Panthers make the play of the game thus far. Handoff again right up the middle. Big gain for Jennings again.
Yeah.
He's a scary goer. As Christie had made a touchdown saving tackle. He's their best player.
Well, the one thing that young man has, Jeff, he's got great vision. He's good in between the tackles, good outside, can catch the football, and he's not too bad on defense also. So another nice run. Standish Sterling Central Panther first down. Good tackle.
And I noticed during one drive here in the third quarter for a stretch, they actually gave him a blow. So they're trying to keep him fresh down the stretch.
He's carried the rock a lot. He's been hit pretty hard, too, by the Garber
He'll
Dukes.
sleep well tonight. That ball down on the ground. Kobias does the right thing. Don't try and do anything fancy. Just dive on it. Swartout was coming in a hurry, though, to make sure he didn't go anywhere.
Going to be second down and long for the probably about 18 for the Standish Sterling Central Panthers. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Very good football game tonight. Entertaining, hard-hitting. Kids are playing hard.
That's a huge 9-yard loss on first down, though. We'll find out what they're able to do now on 2nd and 19. Jet sweep to the outside. And that is number 28 on that run, Walker. He picks up a few yards, maybe got about 7. And we got a player down. And that is a Standish Sterling Central Panther. And we'll be back in just a moment with third down and 11 yards to go on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we see this every day. As the region's leader, Covenant has the best emergency and trauma team for adults and children. Because on an ordinary day, you just may need the extraordinary.
Back here on Bay County TV, as it looks like Rokaz with that injury, a bad ankle injury, so he hopped off the field. We were glad to see that. Big third down and 11 right now. Trying to come to the outside. Jennings trying to go downfield. The pass is incomplete. Just missed. The intended receiver on the field was Bales.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was a great call.
And coming right up to the line of scrimmage. I was trying to watch the flow of the play, but he was really close to the line of scrimmage, but no flag on the play. Head linesman was right in the neighborhood he needed to be to make sure he didn't cross the line. But what a great call.
Yeah, it was.
And if that ball has a little touch on it, there's 6 points there.
Just off the fingertips, Jeff. The Panthers stops the clock, 10:33 to go. Panthers will punt it away with the wind.
As that ball sails up over the top of the return man and takes a huge roll into the end zone. What a break for the Garber Dukes.
Yes, that was a big break, Jeff. And again, with that win, it really took it and it made it bounce, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes.
As they'll come out on the field again, based on where they are in the field, Mike, plus going into the wind, I think you're going to see a little steadier diet of run, and I think they're going to try in the surprise pass and see if they can't get a big play. The huge drive in this ball game.
You're probably right, Jeff. You're with that wind, and when you feel that wind right now, it's picked up a little bit. It started about 15. It's up to the 20-25 right now.
The Old Glory is stiff.
And it's changed directions, too. Now it's coming out of the south.
It's coming out of the south and west instead of the south and east. So that is a crazy change again, but we've been very fortunate to stay mostly dry here. Spread out package. Boy, that ball fell right into Christie's lap. It fell out of Schimmel's hands and right into Christie's lap. He gained about 2 yards on the play.
Nice job by picking up 2 yards the tough way right there, Jeff. 10 minutes exactly to go here in the football game. 14-7. And the Dukes with the football, with the lead. Now we're under 10. Oh, here it comes.
And the change
here
in direction has brought precipitation.
Well, that's what happened when the wind changes.
We've gotten this deep into the game. We're very lucky and fortunate.
Yep.
Schimmel back. He's going to try and run forward. He's got to hang on to that football. And again, it's not sprinkling, Coach.
No, it's not sprinkling.
At least it's blowing in a direction where you can stay mostly warm. Come on in. Come on in.
Hold on.
You want to grab that umbrella for Natalie, Coach?
Yep. I'll take care of you, Nat.
As Coach gets a little wet just so that Natalie and the camera can stay dry. It's a big 3rd down and 8 yard to go situation. As it's coming down and coming down. Trying to pop to the outside, modest gain of a couple of yards on the play. It'll bring up a 4th down and 7.
Yeah, that was a good play right there, Jeff, but it's going to be long. I'll tell you, it is just a torrential downpour right now. But again, that's what happened when the wind changed. As soon as that wind changed, when the rain came. How important is that 14-7 lead right now?
Well, and I'll tell you how important is the field position going to be, because Garber's having to kick into that monsoon. That should give Standish the ball back inside the 50-yard line.
That ball has possibility going straight up in the air.
Yeah, you're going to have to try a line drive kick and hope you can get a great kickoff from it.
That was a great job right there by that punter to get that kickoff.
Gets it out to the 30-yard line.
Okay, tell me. Just let me know if you're in the way, Nat.
Katie, bar the door.
Woo! Wee!
It's a monsooner.
Hang on to that tent, fellas.
Boy, I tell you, ball possession is going to be important right now down the stretch. Kobias can hardly see, and we got a false start on the offense. It will back them up 5 yards and be 1st and 15. When you talk whiz about rain coming in sideways, I think that's what we got. Oh my goodness, we've been lucky all game long, but it's making up for lost time now.
Anti-M.
You are not in Kansas any longer.
I got her.
Coming to the near side of the field. Ball carrier on the play is Mitchell.
We're going to try to clean the leads off here, Jeff.
As we're trying to hang on to the everything here at the press box, it's just a crazy setup right now. 2nd down and 13 yards to go. Safe to say everything is soaked. I think it's only a monsoon now. It's slowed down a little bit.
What's your definition of slowed down?
Kobias trying to give that ball to Jennings. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and goes nowhere. Sword out with the first hit. Plenty of company there to make it happen again. As the gusts continue to come. I think the gusts are blowing about 35 miles an hour right now.
There's no doubt.
This is what we expected the whole game. We're lucky to only get it for the last 8 minutes with 6.5 and counting left in the game.
3rd down and 13, Jeff. Big play for the Panthers right now.
Jennings blew a tire as he tried to cut back upfield. Seagraves was there to make the tackle.
15 minutes ago, that would have been a first down for Jennings, but not now. This field is just way too wet. Most important man on the field right now is the umpire, trying to keep that ball dry, and that's almost virtually impossible.
And I feel for the officials out there right now, too, because they're getting all soaked up, too. Boy, I'm glad you brought that high-powered golf umbrella, because a lot of the other ones are turning inside out. Big 4th and 11 right now. Kobias with what you could call a wind at his back, if there is such a thing. He's got trips to the wide side of the field. He's going to attempt to throw a pass. It goes downfield over the head of the intended receiver. And the ball goes back over to the Garber Dukes on downs.
Yeah, that was just got up in the air, Jeff, and it just floated. Good try right there, but the wind just got a hold of that thing, so it's going to be turned over on downs.
And you can't play the wind right now. The wind is just taking a lob pass and just sailing it.
It's coming down in sheets, Jeff, and it's just blowing. It's got to be 35-40 in some spots, gusting.
Well, and you also look, Mike, the last half a dozen plays have been played right here, and that part of the field is really starting to get tore up.
Yep.
The officials are going to bring that ball as far out on the wings as they can, looking for solid footing for the players and for themselves.
5:39, Jeff, to go in the football game. Garber 14, Standish 7.
There's only one group that love this, and that's the players, Quiz. They love playing in this.
I played in one of these before. It's fun.
Trying to bust up the middle, Christie, the ball carrier. He's hit on the play by the Standish Sterling Central Panther defense.
Well, as long as we keep the camera dry, my friend, that's all we got to worry about.
Raymond with the tackle on the play. We're going to call it a gain of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Tickling 5 minutes left in the ball game as we're having to hold down this temporary top because it is in jeopardy of going bye-bye.
You can't practice for this either, my friend. I don't care how hard you try.
Yeah, that wind change has dropped the temperature about 15 degrees here in the last 10 minutes.
That almost took me away, that last gust.
2nd down and 8. Van Sumeren trying to mud forward. Look at him moving the pile as he pushes out to the 40-yard line. The big horse says, just give me the mail. We'll move the pile. As it's 3rd and short, one more first down here, and you'll be getting into a spot on the field that hasn't had a lot of play in the second half. But this is a huge play. This is almost 4 down territory based on the 3rd and short and the part of the field they're on.
4:10 to go in the ball game, Jeff.
And they're waiting to good clock management right now. They're waiting. The back judge hasn't gone up with the 10 seconds yet. Now just went up with it. Van Sumeren bangs forward.
Van Sumeren on the carry.
And he's got the first down and more. He broke an arm tackle at the line of scrimmage and backed forward for 8.
That was a good second effort, Jeff. He was here, like you said, at the line of scrimmage. Did a nice job. That is a huge first down for Garber right there. Excuse my umbrella, folks, if it gets in the lens. I got to hang on to this thing with 2 hands.
Yes, indeed. It's a good thing you got that heavy-duty umbrella, brother, because this is as hard a rain as I've been in a long time.
I used to play golf in the rain, but I wouldn't play in this one.
I don't think the really hard stuff's coming down yet, Your Eminence.
Not for a while yet.
It's 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. Van Sumeren bangs forward again for a gain of about 4 on the play. Looks like the Standish Sterling Central Panthers are going to take their first time out.
Timeout, Standish Sterling. Their first timeout.
Take what?
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It doesn't matter what kind of weather. It doesn't matter what time of day or night. When Mother Nature's done her worst, the only thing that matters to us is keeping the lights on for you. The hard-working men and women of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, dedicated to keeping the power on in communities across the country. Because when bad weather strikes, we know what matters most. The IBEW, the power professionals.
Back on Bay County TV, the rain has slowed down to just a heavy downpour. It's second down and 5 yards to go. And again, one more first down here should seal the deal because Standish is going to be forced to use their 2 remaining timeouts. Van Sumer turns around the corner. He falls forward and he picks up about 2 yards or 3 yards on the play. Standish will take their second timeout. It's going to be third down and 2 yards to go. Again, we'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we lead with the most advanced technology. We lead with the most experienced, comprehensive medical and surgical teams. We lead with partnerships to teach our future doctors and with organizations who help us bring world-renowned care close to home. We lead because our patients are at the center of everything we do. Covenant Healthcare, extraordinary care for every generation.
Back here on Bay County TV, third down in a long 1 yard to go situation. Quarterback sneak, balls forward, picking up the first down and more down to the 39-yard line with 3:02 left in the ball game. And the clock is going to start as soon as the chains are set. Now's where you use clock management, because you look for that back judge to go up with that big arm and count the chop 5 before you snap.
Well, that white hat got that thing set right down and started that clock really quick, Jeff.
So Coach Willard, very well aware of what's going on. He's going to hold his team up, and they'll go to the line at the last second and snap the ball.
We're under 2:35. He'll be under 2:30 when he snaps that football.
Well, they haven't even gone up with the 10-second from the back judge yet, so we'll keep our eye on him. And that's the same thing that Schimmel's doing. He goes up with the 10. Banging forward. Look at the big fella go. He's just nimble as all get out.
You got to ride that the rest of the game right there, Jeff. He hangs on to the football with 2 hands. He's tough to bring down. That's all you got to do to win this football game. Give him the rock.
I'll tell you, he has not carried the rock much this year, but the most crucial time of the year, he comes up with just incredible runs of 7 yards, and he hurled over a defensive lineman to pick up an extra 4.
Yeah, to go with as big as he is, he's got speed, Jeff. He's going to be, and he's hanging on to that football with 2 hands.
Again, just going up with the 10, so they're chewing up the clock. He bangs forward. He's going to have the first down and more. They'll be able to go victory now, because even if they call a timeout, you'll have 2 other plays of 40 seconds. And that is going to seal the deal right now.
Whoa. Almost lost it, my friend.
So Standish is going to use their last timeout. We'll take one last break and be back for the last 134 of a 14-7 Garber lead right here on Bay County TV.
There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
As they count this down, again, they will wait until the back judge comes up with his hand. 1 minute and counting left in the game. Down to a knee they go. Schimmel says with 53 seconds left, I'll have to do this one more time. And this will be in the books.
Nice. This was a good football game, Jeff. These kids played hard, both teams. You know, a little weather thrown in there at the end with 6 minutes to go. But overall, what a nice game.
It's a shame weather had to play a factor in what was turning out to be a great game. It still was a great game. And, Mike, we're going to talk for a few seconds at the end and make our wrap-up here because everything is soaked. There's the last snap of the ball game. And as we tick down to the last 18 seconds of the ball game, all the scoring done in the first half, weather was a huge factor in the second half.
Yeah, big with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Jeff. We had that wind change, came from the south to the southwest, just brought in a torrential downpour and really had an effect on the outcome of this football game.
2 seconds, 1-0. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score, the Garber Dukes 14, the Standish Sterling Central Panthers 7. Thanks for being with us tonight. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you next week from All Saints.
See you from Cougar Land.